Hi everyone. So I want to talk about some accessories of iPad Pro and which are going to work for iPad Air as well. So it's not a scripted video, I just wanted to show what I have and what you can buy with iPad Pro. So I'll try to cover most of the thing what I have and the alternatives for it if you don't want to spend that much money on it. So let's start with the cheapest one and we'll go from the lower price to higher price. So it's going to be from basic to premium. So this is the USB-C connector for micro SD cards. So this is quite small and I use it every day. So I use my memory card in it. So it has two slots. You can use the bigger with the adapter or you can just use the micro SD card. So I use it every day. I transfer my photos and videos in the iPad directly. And it has a red light, so if you just check, you'll see there's a memory card and you can see all the images I have on it. So it helps me with editing the photo. So it's a very nice product and it costs around 500 rupees in India, and I think it's a good accessory and you can use it. Let's talk about another accessory. So I ordered this ESR tempered glass. So it's not a paper like kind of a tempered glass, it's just a normal tempered glass. So I was trying to find, and this was the one had good rating on Amazon, so I ordered this one. So it comes with two screen protector and it has a proper setup to it. So let me just show you what do you get in the box. It's a complete setup. So basically it's a holder for your iPad and a two screen guard. I already applied one, so I'll show you that, but it's a complete package and it's very easy to install. And I'll tell you about some problems with it which I faced. It's not a perfect one, so I tried to make it, but I think I just missed this, but otherwise it looks nice. The only problem is iPad screen itself, it's not as reflective as the tempered glass, so I think you should keep that in mind. And if you want to see a paper like one, there are two companies, like one this ESR and another is Oaky, and I think they also make a paper like screen protector. It's quite cheap in India. So this one cost me $899 for two screen protector, and I think it's around 900 and 1000 rupees for the paper like one for the same company. But you can go with the OK one, they just gives around 400 rupees in India. So I think you can try that one, and if you didn't like, you can just replace it. It's Amazon. The third accessory I want to talk about is this Logitech mouse. It's a very beautiful mouse. I really like it. It's quite compact and you can take it with yourself like anywhere, and it works really well with it. So it's not a multi-connectivity device. It's quite cheap. I got it for around 1000 rupees. You can get more cheaper than this one, but I use it with my laptop as well because you have a separate button and this click works as well, and these are right and left button. So it works with multi-gesture. In laptop, in Windows and Mac, you get application of Logitech, so you can customize these gestures, but in iPad you can't do that. So you can even buy the cheaper Logitech and it's going to work fine. Let me show you. Let me just turn this on. So as you can see, it's connected. I already connected it, but otherwise you just have to click this button and it comes in the pairing mode, and it works really fine. So the only problem with this is that the gestures do not work, so you have to work most of the things manually. So you can just do the scrolling works fine. And it works really well, so I would suggest go for this one or go for any cheaper one, but Logitech mouse works really well with iPad. I wish they also have the application for customizing this mouse and the gestures, but otherwise it works fine. The scrolling works fine, the click works fine, and the cursor works really fine with this Logitech one. So it's around 1000 rupees, but you can get one for less price and without these functionalities if you want. The fourth one on the list is this OK magnetic cover. So I was using this before purchasing the Magic Keyboard. So I really like this one. The only reason I went with this one because it's pure magnetic cover, so you don't have to put in anything. I'm sorry, I'm using the Magic Keyboard stuff in it. So it's very easy to use it. So you just have to like keep it there and it works. It works really well. I really love the quality, and the weight difference between this and the Magic Keyboard is not that much. So if anyone tells you that a Magic Keyboard is heavy, that's not true. All the folio covers are heavy. So I really like the quality of it. I've been using it for almost 2 months and it's still really nice. This is your pencil holder, but I don't have a pencil right now, but it can stick behind and it's nice. So there are multiple ways you can put it. So if you are on a wobbly surface, you can turn it to this side too, or another is this. You can see me in the reflection. Yeah. So but this is a very soft one, and try not to put this side on any dust or oil. So you can just do like this, and on a solid surface it works really well like this as well. So I really like this cover. So it was around 1700 rupees. You can find one cheaper without this flip as well for around 1300, and you can also buy the ESR one. Those one also good. So I think this one worked really well. So don't worry about it. It works really well and there's no complaint with it. I really love the soft touch material on it. Another thing on my list is this Amazon Basic USB-C hub. It's a very simple USB-C hub. It has one USB-C port and one HDMI port and one USB-A port. So I purchased it around 2 years ago. It was around 2500 rupees, but you can get more cheaper one if you want. Right now there are a lot of available, but I would suggest going for a better one which has more USB-C port or Ethernet port if you want to use Ethernet as well. So this USB-C supports everything, and you can connect it to monitor and it works really good. So I like this, but you can go for cheaper one or a better one. I mean, there are a lot of versions, but this is good. This works really well with this. Another thing on my list is this Xbox controller. So I purchased it around 1 year ago, and it cost me around 3300 rupees, and it's expensive right now, but you can wait for the sale. All the festival sale is coming up, so you can purchase it. It works beautifully with every device I have which has Bluetooth connectivity. I mean, even the cheaper phones like 15,000 rupees phone, it worked really well. So all you have to do is just connect it to the Bluetooth, go in the Bluetooth setting. Let me just connect it and press this small button. It's going to start blinking and it comes to the pairing mode, and you can just see this. And that's it, it's connected. So all you have to do is just go and play. I already posted a video of using Call of Duty with my Xbox controller with almost every device I have. So yeah, it works great. I'm not gonna play right now because I'll leave a link in the description and in the card as well, so you can watch that. So yeah, it works really great. Next thing I want to talk about this bigger version of keyboard combo. So it's a performance version. This is MK850. You don't have to go for this because I purchased this for my Mac, and it's a very comfortable mouse and keyboard system which supports 3 multiple devices. So before that I want to talk about, so there are multiple keyboards available from Logitech that you can use. So there's K380 and K480. So I would suggest do not go for K481 because it's quite bulky. It looks nice, but it's very thick and the keys are not really good. So I would suggest go for K380, and it works really well with this. Now let's just open this. I repacked it because I already have a Magic keyboard and Magic mouse right now. So still, let me just show you. So what I love about this keyboard, the keys are really great, and you have a handrest as well. You can set the size, like how do you want to set it up on the surface. So it works really well. So it has 2 AAA batteries, and yeah, I like this keyboard. I haven't used it in a while. And this is a mouse, like it resembles the MX series, but I really like it. So let me just turn it on. I haven't used it in a very long time. Let me just go in the Bluetooth section. So you can just press anyone. I have something on 1 or 2, so I can just use the 3 and it's going to start blinking. I don't know which one is this. Let me try this. Yeah, so 384189, 384189. So as you can see, it's connected and it works really great. Let me just connect the mouse as well. So I wasn't using it for a very long time, so the battery is slow. It supports a AA battery. The great thing about this mouse is it's also customizable on the Mac, so you can use this button for the softer scrolling. You have multiple function here. There's a small key that you can support with gesture. So if you have a PC, I would suggest go for something like this and use it with iPad if you want. But if you don't want to use it with your laptop or something, you can go for the cheaper one, like the cheaper mouse like this and MK380. I really like that keyboard other than this. But this is basically a performance mount if you want to do coding or something like that. This keyboard is really well made. So this is the Logitech MK850. It cost me around 5,500 rupees, but right now it's also expensive, so wait for some sale. I don't know why Logitech is increasing price of everything right now. So another accessory I want to talk about is basically a combo, but you can purchase it separately. So this is the Apple Magic Mouse 2, and I know a lot of you find it expensive, and it is, but it works really well with Mac and this iPad. So it supports all the gesture which are supported by Magic Keyboard as well. So let me just connect it and show you. You don't have to buy it, you can go for the cheaper one, but if you have a Mac and you already use it, I think it's a very good accessory to have. So as you can see, it's connected, so it works with the gestures very well. Also, if you go in Safari, if you go in any video, you can just slide it back and it works really fine. So I love this gesture system. You don't have to put battery, it gets charged via lightning port. Yeah, it comes with it, so you're okay with it because it usually lasts around 1 month, so I'm okay with it. So I really like this one. And with that, I also use this Magic Keyboard. So this one you can basically skip because it does everything that Logitech keyboard does. So that Logitech is also made for Mac. So I would not recommend this, even the smaller one, because it's expensive. Yeah, it looks nice and it's good to have with your iMac or Mac, but I think you can skip this one and just go for any cheaper one. But for gestures, I would recommend this mouse. It's still going to be much cheaper than the Magic Keyboard. Yes, you cannot take it with you everywhere, but I think in a home system, the Magic mouse and any keyboard would work perfectly fine with this iPad. So I'm not going to connect this, so let me just keep it aside. Another accessory I want to recommend is something that is not related to this iPad. It works everywhere, and that is a true wireless earphone, because I tried connecting a USB-C earphones with that comes with my S20, the AKG one. It does not work, so you need a connector. So I would rather recommend a true wireless earphones. I know Apple AirPods are expensive, and Pro are really expensive, so if you want that noise cancellation, it's a huge amount to pay. So I would suggest going for something like this. These are Galaxy Buds, and I love them. The sound is really nice, the profile is very low, so when they're in your ears, no one is going to notice it, and you don't have to show anything like that. Yes, these are a bit shiny from the last year Buds, but they work really well. The battery life is good. Also, they also support this Galaxy Buds application, so you can customize that. Yeah, I know the interface is not really good because it was meant for the mobile version, but they work really well. But yeah, you can see the battery, you can customize it the way you want, and they work really well. So I would suggest going for this one. These are on discount right now because the Buds Live are out. Those are also good, but I like this one, so this is something I recommend, but you don't have to go for it. You can go for cheaper one or AirPod if you have iPhone, because the connectivity is seamless. So another accessory that I think is really important, but it depends upon everyone. So if you have a bigger storage device, you might not need it, but I really love my Samsung SSD. So it's T5, and the T7 is also cheaper right now, so you can go for one. So rather than buying a bigger version, because this is 128 GB, so if I pay for 256, so I have to pay around 9,000 or 10,000 extra. So I got this one for 12,000. It's 1 TB version, and it works really well with this iPad. It's basically a USB-C one, and the transfer speed is really fast. So if you want to store anything on this hard drive, like, it connects really well with this iPad. So if you want to do some editing or something. So right now the problem with this iPad, the file management is not very good. So if you copy something, it would just show the loading screen. But other than that, it works fine. So I put all my projects in it, my YouTube and everything. It's going to be inside. So whenever I want to edit something, I copy it to my iPad and just transfer it back. So I'm waiting for something that I will able to write it directly on my hard drive. But other than that, you can store movies or anything, and you can just directly play from it. So let me just show you the final one. So let's just take look at this one, and you can just directly play it, and it works really well. So if you are at home and you don't want to pay extra for storage and you want a lot of storage, you can just pay for this.
If you watched my previous reviews, I purchased the Tab S7 with.
Okay, so I'm almost done with every accessory, and the last one I have is this Magic Keyboard, and I know it's very expensive, so you don't have to spend for it, but this is the only keyboard we get right now in India. We don't have Logitech Folio Touch. It would have been much cheaper. It's almost half the cost, but we don't have that in India. Outside India, it's a good alternative. But if you have the money, I think I definitely recommend it. I know it's expensive, but it works really great with it. I already posted a review about it, so I'm not going to show how it's going to work. But this is really great accessory for this, and it saves a lot of hassle. You don't have to charge it. It's just connected with this three dots, and it works really well. It's sturdy, and I just love it. So I mean, it's up to you. It's very expensive, but that's what we have right now. And if Logitech launches the Folio Touch, it's going to be great. But yes, these are all the accessories I have. If you want to know something about else, just let me know. And if you think this video was worth it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. My name is Rohit. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.